Well, tech giant Meta is under fire for publishing Facebook ads about an alleged investment scam which cost Australians $23 million. It comes as Meta is feeling pressure to crack down on dodgy content swamping its platforms, which the consumer watchdog says continues to cause heavy losses. With more, National Consumer Affairs reporter Michael Atkin joins me now from Brisbane. Hi there, Michael. You've been given copies of these now deleted Facebook ads linked to an alleged financial scam. What details do you have about them?
Yes, they're interesting. They're no longer online. One shows a happy older couple embracing, and there's quotes from them talking about how happy they are to be investing with this Australian company and getting great returns for corporate and government bonds. And I've spoken to two other companies that were approached by this Australian business, GIM Trading, to advertise with them, and both of these companies rejected their ads because they said there were clear red flags, and one of those red flags was that the older couple that were embracing in the photo was actually a stock photo that could be easily purchased on a number of websites. And so they questioned that red flag and a number of other issues that they thought weren't authentic with the company. And of course now it's being investigated for $23 million in losses by the corporate watchdog ASIC. And ASIC alleges in the federal court that what has happened is that two people involved with the company have actually shifted money from the company's bank accounts offshore, and they're investigating whether the bonds that people purchased were never actually purchased and the money's just been shifted.
OK, you've interviewed Cy Skipworth, who lost $300,000. What sort of impact has that financial loss had on him?
That was money of his and his business partners, and it's been devastating for him. He's had to sell an apartment, and he's also had to borrow money off friends in order to keep running his business and keep his staff employed. And, you know, he says he never would have found out about this if it wasn't for the Facebook ads, because a friend of his saw them and was starting to talk to GIM Trading, and that's how he found out about it. And so he questions whether Meta, if it had more robust processes in place for verifying its advertisers, whether he never would have lost his money, essentially.
So, Michael, has Meta said it will do anything to prevent a similar situation from happening again?
It's under extreme pressure worldwide to do more to crack down on fraudulent content on its platforms, and it says that it's introduced new verification processes in Australia earlier this year for companies advertising financial products, but it didn't say to me when I asked how much money it received to run the GIM Trading ads or what checks it did on those ads in the first place or the company's validity. And I think those questions continue to mount for Meta. And the consumer watchdog, the ACCC, said in a recent week that 43% of scam losses on digital platforms were on Meta's platforms. So it's still a really large ongoing issue.